Hey guys, it's me. I try to answer a few questions for you guys. Some of the things I've been hearing is how come I don't post on the underground? I did years back, but kind of got tired of seeing a lot of the nasty comments and really didn't want to see any negative things about myself, so I just kind of stopped doing it and stopped going there. I guess I'd have to get a new password and username and try to do it again, but hopefully things like this will help you guys get along. The Ray Mercer fight, I really don't know what went wrong with that fight. Should have went in there and took him down. He just ran his mouth so much, I got cocky and thought I would try to knock him out. And you obviously saw what happened with that. Don't stand in box with a hell of a puncher like that. Some of the reason why I've been so heavy in the last few fights, laziness, straight up laziness. I just haven't been in the UFC, and that's where I want to be, and I've just been lazy and cocky and arrogant and just thought I'm still a heavy hitter. All you gotta do is go in there and punch somebody and they're gonna go to sleep. The Abe Wagner fight, should have never taken the fight. Had a kid 10 days before that fight, my first son, first baby ever. I was in the hospital with the girlfriend, and we were getting ready for her. I was eating the same thing she was eating and just being a fat ass. Honestly, I don't think the fight should have been stopped. You've seen in some of my other fights, I've been dropped by Arlovsky, I've been dropped by Couture. I've gotten back up and continued to fight. It's documented written. When the reason I fell down during that fight, I blew my knee out when I hit the cage. I had my knee totally redone, and it's been great ever since. I guess some of the other questions is why I left the UFC. I had one fight left on the UFC contract. They wanted me to fight on a pay-per-view and on a prelim, and I didn't want to do it. We wanted to re-sign, but they didn't want to pay me what I wanted to get paid. So I was offered almost $1 million to fight Fedor, and I truly believe I would have knocked him out and come back to the UFC afterwards. As you all know, what happened during that fight, I lost, and I was on a downhill slide from there. Things happen, it's part of a fighter life. It's kind of ironic that I'm wearing a UFC t-shirt right now too. I didn't really even realize that. My son drew it on a little bit though too. It's kind of cute, I guess. People are talking about pay cuts. Will I take a pay cut? I don't need money. I've made millions in this sport, but I'm willing to go back to the UFC and make whatever they want to pay me. 25 and 25 is probably a light payday, and I really don't care because that's more than I made when I fought Rico Rodriguez for the title and won. Plus, I plan on getting knocked out of the night, so that's like an extra 50 G's. Who cares? I mainly want to get back in the UFC because I want to prove myself. I want to end my career in the UFC, and I truly believe there's a lot of great matchups out there for me, and there's a lot of guys I'd like to go out there and knock out. The two heavyweight fights last night, Herman and Struve, I think both of those guys would be great fights for me and awesome fights for you guys, the fans, to watch. Possible fights of the night. Someone's going to sleep in one of those fights. So, that's it. If you guys have more questions, please feel free to hit me up on Twitter, Tim Sylvia MMA, and try to answer as best I can, and try to sway towards the underground a little more often and please you guys. Thanks for all your help. Thank you for tweeting Dana, and go ahead and go after Joe Silva and Lorenzo as well. I think if they keep seeing all this stuff, they're going to listen to you guys, because the fans is what the sport's all about. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much, and thanks. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me.